Everybody want to be like motherfucking Cold-Blooded Records. You know what I'm saying?
I respect it.
Thank you, fam.
Thoughts about Southern rappers repping West Coast gangs? How you feel about that?
I like that question. You from the West Coast. You EA. I feel like that shit lame, man. First of all, that's what I would want to say. And I would want you to implement your thoughts on that, though. But, you know, I just did a conversation, and I just heard a conversation from OG Bobby Johnson. What's his real name? OG Bobby Johnson from the movie South Central.
Okay.
He was talking about he wish he never played in Colors, and he wish he never played in South Central because gangs was just specifically in LA at that time. Then it traveled all across the nation. You know, gangs actually originated in New York City with Italians and Chicago with Italians and all of that. We didn't create that gang culture, but we popularized it as black people because we made it look good. I feel like, you know, brothers got their own streets to represent. You from the South, why not represent where you from? Why not unify and come together and popularize where you from? Why do you gotta represent the rolling 60s and you never been on the street? Why you gotta be a 5 Deuce Hoover Crip and you never been on the street? Why you gotta be a 53rd Avalon or 101? I done been to California and I'm not even a gang member and I've been down all them streets. And I respect all them brothers for what they do because they are the influence. The West Coast is more influential than people give them credit for. From the movies Friday, Boyz in the Hood, Menace II Society, South Central. The West Coast is actually more they inspirate. Hip hop was prioritized and created in New York City, but the artist from New York City is influenced by the West Coast.
Yeah.
Why you got gangs in New York City? Why is it Bloods and Crips representing? I don't understand it, fam. I'm at a loss for words for that. You being from that culture, help me understand. What is your thought?
It's crazy because when I first heard like people from out of state, they claim they Bloods and Crips, and then they refer to LA as being the motherland. I'm like, yo, what? Like, it caught me off guard because I got real family from gangs in Cali. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up around it. Like, bro, where I grew up, you had the A-Trays, the 9-0s, and the Hoovers in the circumference of where I went to school.
50s.
Like, you talking about off of, you know, the 9-0s over here, you talking about the A-Trays over there off of Western. You talking about the Hoovers off of Hoover.
Golly, so you was in the thick of it. You was in the 50s, 60s, 70s,
and then you had the South Lows. That's a Mexican gang.
Was the Kitchens near there?
The Kitchens are on the other side. So in reality, bro, when I went to school, and this was middle school, when I went to school with everybody. You had Bloods at my middle school. You had Crips at my middle school. You had Hoovers for sure. 'Cause I went to Bret Hart sits off of Hoover.
Yeah.
So you had to navigate that. Imagine navigating that at 13, 12 years old.
God, that's crazy.
It makes you you really have to understand the environment that you're in. And not only that, you have to worry about the biggest gang, the cops. So at the end of the day, it was like, okay, to hear it now, and I've been out here in North Carolina for 14 years now, and it's like when I hear the shit that's going on back home, and I hear, you know, people in other states claiming this and claiming that, it's like, yo, who put you on? Like, for real, who put you on?
Yeah.
Where'd you get DP'd at? You know, because that's what comes with being part of a gang. They got to put you on. Yeah. You have people who grow up in that neighborhood, and because of their mom and dad,
they are implemented.
It's family ties, pretty much. Your mom and dad are OGs You know, my mom was from Harlem 30s.
Yeah.
My dad didn't gangbang. My uncles didn't gangbang. It just was what it was. But dude, my uncles didn't play that shit.
I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy that may sound unbelievable to you by you growing up in that culture as a child. You know, I'm from a neighborhood called College Hills. College Hills used to be like dorms for a HBCU in my hometown. It's closed now, called Knoxville College. So when I grew up in that neighborhood was really just a clean college. All the cute chicks from other cities and stuff lived there, but they brought the streets there. You know, as I got older, the streets was implemented in it, and I was successful. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was a successful street brother. And all on this one, it's one street, like it's probably 150 yards, the neighborhood. It was Kitchen Crips. It was 53rd Avalon Crips, 98 Main Street Crips, and it was more gangs. I just can't remember all of them. I think it was Rolling 60s also. And all of them wanted to put me down because they knew I was a hustler and they wanted to use me. And I didn't see the benefit in that. And I just didn't want to be a part of that because it wasn't no benefit in unifying for crime.
Right.
What can we unify for something positive?
Right.
That's all I want to say about brothers in the South repping gangs, man.
Pour me up another glass of Cabernet Red. They chose to complain, I'd rather hustle instead. I could vividly remember days I ran from the feds. It's that feeling when you winning and you getting ahead. Pour me up another glass of Cabernet Red. They chose to complain, I'd rather hustle instead. I could vividly remember days I ran from the feds. It's that feeling when you winning and you getting ahead. Life's great, I'm 46, didn't think I see 25. A lot of my partners done died, I'm surprised I'm still alive. Take it one day at a time, I put it all on the line. I kept it triller than most while I ran this marathon. I know I made my father proud as he looked down while I shine. Pour a glass of 82 as I sit back and recline. I made it out the trenches and honestly I'm fine. Dedicated to this mission, me and my goals is intertwined. Yeah, my dreams, they align. Had to leave a few behind to obtain a peace of mind. Now this life I live sublime. The incline was by design, I'm refined, may I remind. Can I live like Hova? Summertime at the US Open. Pour me up another glass of Cabernet Red. They chose to complain, I'd rather hustle instead. I could vividly remember days I ran from the feds. It's that feeling when you winning and you getting ahead. Pour me up another glass of Cabernet Red. They chose to complain, I'd rather hustle instead. I could vividly remember days I ran from the feds. It's that feeling when you winning and you getting ahead. Above the valley in Napa, Chelsea boots Louis V. Pacific Ocean breeze, the next day ain't guaranteed, so I'm living for the moment. Crushed out my opponents, they really didn't want it, but I had the style on them. Country boy doing numbers, ballin' harder than Wemby. Coming down in that G550, I see the hate and the envy. They pretend to be friendly, they pretend to be cordial. I be dressed up formal, I be getting to this paper, you can say it's abnormal. Every move is important, I don't speak on the losses, I just chalk it as lessons. Now they watching me closer, trying to copy the methods, but the hustle organic, you can't purchase my presence.
Everybody wanna be like motherfucking Cold Blooded Records. You know what I'm saying?